Reggae Boys commentary. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reggae Boys commentary. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you very much for tuning into another video. In this video, we're going to look at a letter that was published by team manager of the Reggae Boys, Roy Simpson, in the Jamaica Gleaner on Sunday morning. Now, it is entitled An Open Letter to Local-Based Footballers. So, of course, these are football players that are plying their trade on the island. And just before we go into the letter specifically, let me just give you the names of those individuals that are playing on the island and have been included in the provisional 60-player roster for Jamaica for the CONCACAF Gold Cup. So the names are Jadine White, Akeem Chambers, Dennis Taylor, Kemar Foster, Ladale Ritchie, Ajani Talbot, Ricardo Morris, Kevon Isaacs, Luca Levy, Shivani Willis, and Colorado Murray. Now, let me just say, even though Javon Watson is unattached, he is trying to make a comeback at Humble Lion. So that is another player in particular. So let's get right into the letter and we'll break it down. So here we go. Dear players, let me hope you all continue to keep healthy and safe during these times of uncertainty caused by the dreaded pandemic, COVID-19. By now, you would have all seen or heard of the provisional list named for the 2021 edition of the Gold Cup and the inclusion or non-inclusion of athletes. I specifically want to address the non-inclusion of many of our athletes domiciled in Jamaica, the base of our operations. In March 2020, all football was suspended due to the pandemic, and since that time, our athletes have been competitively dormant. We had a few local camps to create opportunities for athletes to be selected for games. The intention was good, however, it could not replace the consistent play a league offers. Before compiling the list, we were heartened to learn of the resumption of the league and had hoped it would have commenced before the deadline for submission of the provisional list, as we believed this would have indicated to us the readiness of some of our athletes. Unfortunately, it did not. As you all continue to prepare for the commencement of the league, we want to assure you that though you have not been included for the Gold Cup, there will be many opportunities for all with the World Cup qualifiers commencing in September 2021. The format will afford athletes a genuine opportunity to vie for a spot. 3 games in September, October, 2 in November 2021, and 3 more in January and March 2022. Exclusion from the Gold Cup provisional list is not the end of your participation with the senior men's team. We encourage you to continue working hard and always remember that the final 11 on the pitch at all times is a subset of the set of all our athletes. As manager, I always hoped that everyone could be involved all the time. That we know is not physically possible. What I know is that whether you are called or not, you have always sent messages of encouragement to the team. Always remember that as an individual, you carry the hopes of your children, your spouses, your families, your communities, and the biggest responsibility to the people of Jamaica at home and in the diaspora. And as always, I will not be consistent if I did not share with you a few lines from the original reggae boy, Bob Marley. Every man got a right to decide his own destiny, and in this judgment, there is no partiality. So arm in arms, with arms, we'll fight this little struggle, because that's the only way we can overcome our little trouble. The lyrics make clear to me that if we are not willing to fight together and for each other as soldiers of our people, this battle will be lost. We cannot afford that. It means too much. The group is made up of Jamaicans from home and abroad, but the role of none is more important than the other. Like in military conflict, there are troops who fight at different stages of the battle, so it is in this one. It is important that you are ready to take your shot when the opportunity presents itself. As I always say to you, football is for the people, our people, all people. One love, Roy Simpson. That's the open letter. Let me start by saying this, that Roy Simpson is a genuine human being. I met him in 2010 when I was an analyst for the 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa with him on a panel, World Cup panel, and things escalated from there, you could say. I've always been impressed with his thinking, his mindset, and he's always been consistent. He's never been a flip-flop sort of character. Never. And it's hard to find genuine people in the world that you can trust. And what I can say is that I respect Roy Simpson like he's an uncle. I've never called him Roy in my entire life. To this day, I still call him Mr. Simpson. Even to this day, it's hard for me to say somebody's first name when they're older than me. To this day, I call him Mr. Simpson. I have the utmost respect for this man and what he has done. And if you ask the players as well, they respect him as well. Now, in relation to this letter in particular, another reason why I have to respect Roy is because we've had our chats and he's always been consistent with giving opportunities to players based on the island. That's what he has always envisioned. So he stood by his motive. And he's right. He is right. It's not the end of the door for the end of the road for players playing on the island. The local league restarted. On Saturday, we saw Cavalier getting the better of Humble Lion. Remember I told you about Dwayne Atkinson? Remember the name. I did a video on Dwayne Atkinson. The man scored, so did Courtney Allen as well. And we know that 0-0 draw to start off the campaign, Tivoli and Mount Pleasant Academy. The league is going to gain some traction. There are going to be some consistent performances. There are going to be players that are going to stand out. So it is not the end of the road for local players. Although I feel that they will be more so a handful, you could say, in a sense that only a portion of them will get that opportunity. I wouldn't say all 121 players at the start that take the field will get that opportunity. Perhaps 7 or 10 new faces may emerge. And nothing is wrong with that because you want the best. And if you're not performing to a certain standard, then you don't deserve to be called up. You have to be performing at a certain standard to be called up. Not just because you're born in Jamaica means that you should play for Jamaica. I was born in Jamaica, but that doesn't mean that I should play for Jamaica. It has to come down to ability. Ability at the end of the day is what's going to get you that selection. So I agree that for local players, they should use this as an opportunity. And I encourage them. You have the September window, the October window, the November window, the January window, the March window, even the June 2022 window. Why? Because that is the intercontinental playoffs. Local players, I know all of you that watch this channel. I know all of you that watch this channel. The Kemar Bushy Beckfords of this world, the Dwayne Busy Atkinsons of this world. I know you watch this channel. The Zalana Barnes of this world. I know you guys watch this channel. And what I can tell you is that your time will come once you execute. You have my word, your time will come. So everything that Roy Simpson said in his letter, I'm in a full agreement with. Is there anything that I'm like, about? To be quite frank, no. I think he hit the nail on the head with everything. What I would say though is that, like I said a minute or so ago, you're not going to get called up just because you're born in Jamaica. You have to go out there. The league has started. Go out there. Prove it. 15 months without football. Show us how hungry you are. Show us how hungry you want to be in a national team. You want an overseas contract? Work day in, day out. This has to be your priority. So hopefully you make it your priority. Reggae Boyz fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments below about this open letter that Roy Simpson gave to the public through the Jamaica Gleaner. Are you in agreement with it? Do local players even deserve an opportunity moving forward? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I've always been an advocate of the best team takes the field. And I will stand by that till thy kingdom come. Through the great tribulation, through Armageddon, I will stand by that statement. Even if it means 4 Jamaican-born players and 7 UK-born players, or a German in the mix, or an American or a Canadian-born player in the mix, I stand by that statement wholeheartedly. So, trust me when I say But the best team needs to take the field. And if it means that Dwayne Atkinson comes into the picture, I'm cool with that, 100%. If it means that Kamar Bushy Blackfoot forces himself into the picture, I'm also cool with that as well. You're going to see some gems. Not a lot, but a few gems. I promise you. So stay tuned for more, guys. Reggae Boyz fans, subscribe. 10K. Let's get to 11K before kickoff in the Gold Cup. And then we're going for 20K. And when we qualify for the World Cup, 1 million subscribers. Let's go, guys.